14 years ago, when Shihan Joko Ninomiya developed the Sabaki challenge, it consisted of a handful of fighters squaring off on the hardwood floor of a high school gymnasium. Over the years, the Sabaki challenge has become the premier karate event in the country, but the ideals behind the tournament are essentially unchanged. It has been the goal of the Sabaki challenge to provide an arena of fairness and respect in which fighters from all styles could display the highest level of fighting technique and spirit. Is karate's toughest challenge. Sabaki rules are based on a 6-point scoring system. In a given match, the first fighter to score 6 points wins. Otherwise, the fighter ahead on points at the end of the match is declared the winner. In case of a tie, the fighter with fewer penalties wins. If the match is tied on points and penalties, a judge's decision ensues. If the judges fail to reach a decision, the winner is decided by board breaking. Here is how points are scored. A stunning kick to the head that forces the defender to turn away will be scored as 1 point. A successful sweep or throwing technique that is not followed immediately by a controlled punch or kick scores only 1 point. A sweep or throwing technique followed immediately by a controlled punch or kick scores 3 points, but the fighter must stay on his feet. Any legal blow that doubles over or decisively downs an opponent scores 3 points. If the downed fighter is unable to continue after 5 seconds, a knockout is scored. The following techniques do not score. If a fighter encircles his opponent's body or grabs from both sides of the body, no points are scored. If the attacker is unable to stay on his feet, no points are scored. If the attacker holds his opponent's leg and the takedown is not an immediate and continuous movement, no points are scored.
And here they go. Michael Clower and Randy Randall at ringside, lightweights, 130 to 154 pounds. Both men cautious to start. Katsusuke lost in the first round last year, vulnerable to sweeps. Low kick lands from Wilson, Mike Wilson.
Right here. Hajime.
Fighters are getting tired dropping their arms and going after low kicks, not keeping their hands up.
For Wilson, his first time in this kind of competition, you just don't know what it takes until you do it.
Right. Hajime.
Executes the control punch. It looks like a 1-point call on one of the judges, 3-point call on 2 of the judges.
On a 1-point sweep, Mike Wilson moved to the semifinal round.
All right, Ron Loosberg in the red sash on the left of your screen. His 3rd competition. He would have fought last year, but suffered an injury in training. He's had the misfortune of running into champions in the semifinals 2 years in a row, 1988 and 1989. He's a strong competitor.
Right. Hajime.
Oh, high kick lands on Chiba. Loosberg, who concentrated on the body, now takes a shot to the head after going upstairs nicely with the round kick.
The round kick was very nice, but I think partially blocked at the last second. Here we see it's set up. That caught him in the elbow. Lots of power, but kicking to the elbow is not going to knock him down.
Chiba honest enough to say he is not confident. There's that big round kick from Loosberg, and again, Chiba's reflexes are going to need to flex most of the power. Minute 20 to go in overtime. The final period of fighting here, lightweight quarterfinal, although we have seen Joko Ninoni tournament director. Punch to the chest, a swoop off balance by Loosberg, and then a kick to the face on the ground. Question is, are they signaling points or penalties?
Low kick started it, got the sweep, he's down, and a low kick immediately. That should be a penalty, in my opinion, as Chiba was down, and you need a controlled technique afterwards. The judges and referees, however, disagree.
10 seconds to go, 3-point lead for Loosberg looks insurmountable. Ron Loosberg doesn't stop kicking. Chiba and Loosberg both tangle up and go down. No point scored. The horn sounds. Loosberg is the winner on a 3-point technique in overtime in the lightweight quarterfinal.
Winner on point. Red.
Ron Loosberg from Sterling, Colorado, a feedlot operator who twice, as a youngster, including at age 13, studied in Japan. Yamada says he wants to fight his own pace. Russo from Windsor, Ontario, fighters who are known for coming straight in and determining the pace of the fight with physical action and body punching. Russo, you saw it go right after it there, and Inomata, fierce, answering the call. These guys are wasting no time. Inomata digging the left hand, both grab, both go down, no points. Inomata lifts the left leg and slaps the face of Russo. Now Inomata dancing away like Muhammad Ali. Now they go at it. Oh, face punch. Russo aimed it down, but it caught the jaw. Inomata looks at him like, I don't believe that was an accident. Again, that looked like high contact from the hand. Russo to the face of Inomata.
White.
One move by Russo, and they go off the mat. And there you see the kind of bullish aggression the Canadian fighters in this tournament from Windsor, Ontario. 8 seconds. Russo has to hurry. He read Joko Ninomiya's book. He has dreamed and trained for fighting his tournament for 2 years, and now it is over for him.
Winner on penalty. Red.
Red wins by virtue of the penalty against Paul Russo.
The final lightweight preliminary featured Rafael Linares of Havana, Cuba, against Boulder, Colorado's Peyton Wolf.
Linares takes one on the ribs and digs one into the ribs with a right round kick. Wolf hands high, careful right punch to the gut, and Wolf takes it. But I'll tell you what, every time Wolf gets hit, he may look like a little bit more the pretty boy in this one. His eyes become steely and he wants to hit back. He's got a fighter's spirit. Linares on the right side with a spin kick to the head, lands on a right again to the chest, and that other right dangerously close. In fact, Wolf says, yeah, I got it on the cheek.
Lots of face contact, more than one. Here's the spin kick, partially blocked.
Peyton Wolf and Rafael Linares, who wears the red sash. They go at it again. Linares with experience in Masayama's Hawaiian Open and the Shotokan Open in Chicago, among others. Wolf blocked out, and that right hand, though, looked like it caught the face, and one judge sees it.
At the end of the 2-minute overtime, the judge's decision awarded the fight to Linares. The Sabaki middleweight division is limited to fighters from 155 to 179 pounds. In the first middleweight preliminary, Antonio Bustillo of Havana, Cuba, at 176 pounds, faced Shingo Asayama of Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 170 pounds. Asayama was making his third appearance in the Sabaki Challenge.
Bustillo a little bit winded now, waiting, posing. Ground kick grazes the face of Bustillo. He answers with a flurry to the body. Asayama willing to stand and trade. Asayama lifts the kick around the head and then to the body, mixing his techniques but not hurting and stopping the charging Bustillo. .110 to fight in the quarterfinal.
We see part of the exchange with Bustillo and Asayama. Nice round kick to the head by Bustillo, or by Asayama. Bustillo not giving, going in. As soon as he's tagged, he goes forward. He has no retreat in his vocabulary.
Bustillo's trying to stop Asayama with the front kicks. Now Asayama lifts a kick to the head around the front kick. But Bustillo reading it well, but taking punishment to the body from Asayama's right hand. Now the left round kick, hurting that left front leg of Bustillo.
Both fighters tiring, but screaming. The Ki helps with their power.
Asayama punishing the ribs with the right hand now. Bustillo doesn't have as much sting in his shots at all, and he looks winded.
The match ended in a scoreless tie, but with a penalty assessed to Bustillo, Asayama was awarded the victory.
Police forces at battle here against each other. Arnold grabs the leg, and both guys willing to go at it on the mat lying down. Arnold says martial arts help him in his work. Helps you stay alert and look for clues, look for different ways to think about things. And of course, you got to be alert. And Arnold with the sweep that time. We'll see what the judges say. 2 judges, 3 judges say yes, a sweep. It's 1 point.
1 point red.
Effective sweep for Arnold.
He set that up by going with that low kick to the back leg, where he takes the bottom leg, the back foot, out from under.
6 seconds.
Good thing he kept his hands up, that kick at the last second.
There's the spin kick, but deflected. Kovacic takes a shin across the chin, and it ends. And Detective John Arnold Jr. from Plainsboro, New Jersey, a homicide detective of the Essex County prosecutors, will advance 1-0. Puts his leg up and gets grabbed. And in grabbing behind the head of Otsu, that grab was hard enough to knock some guys out.
No kidding, and both fighters not letting the whistle stop them from fighting one another.
Now Hiro believes that mind can conquer matter, and he is confident that he will be the champion. Otsu in the red sash, thinking differently, takes shots to the chest, both men missing, coming right back. Otsu is not cowed. Ooh, Tomiyama, left round kick to the face of Otsu, who doesn't blink. Right to the gut of Otsu, and then to the front leg of Otsu, and again to the front leg of Otsu. And the left up, partially blocked, but it catches face also on the round kick.
Second roundhouse kick with the shin to the right side of Otsu's face.
Now punishing the inside of the thigh, the tender fleshy portion, a smart move by Tomiyama, and they tie up.
And they're dropping their hands because of the exchange of punches, so somebody will go upstairs quickly and score a knockout.
And they go at it again. We have no penalties. Otsu claiming he was hit in the face there, but keeps fighting. Low kicks by Tomiyama, but neither man seems to have enough left with 8 seconds to go to hurt the other guy. Now, strongly to the body, it's Otsu. Spinning and missing, it's Otsu, and there's the siren.
Tied on points, penalties, and the judge's decision. The fighters went to boards. After 2 rounds of breaking, they were still tied.
Will they break the tie? Otsu. Oh, did he get them all? They slid off the board. He might have got them all. They slid off the blocks.
There's a couple of full boards, at least 3.
At least 3.
7 boards.
7 boards.
He did it! He didn't seem as comfortable, but he did it! 8 boards! Naohiro Tomiyama, who believes he will win, has won! the closest match in the history of Sabaki. 14 years, won by Naohiro Tomiyama. Shiraishi in the red sash. Medenica dropped right away as he went in with a round kick to the gut. And Shiraishi, one of the most emotional fighters in the tournament, right away celebrating. 1 point.
Right off the bat, extending with the middle roundhouse kick. Shiraishi countering quickly to the supporting leg with the round.
And not much effective action there, but Shiraishi saying, yeah, I took one behind the head. 1-0 Shiraishi with the red sash. In the lead, Medenica slipping down. Medenica fought here before, lost in the first round to a pretty good fighter, Kenshin Arito, in 1990. That was a good hard punch to the face and followed up with a side kick to the cheek. Paul O'Malley says, fight. Jump spin kick misses. Front leg sweep does not draw much contact. 7 seconds. They may not fight again before this one's over. Shiraishi coasting to the victory. There's the horn. And Nobuhiro Shiraishi will be the winner when we get Paul O'Malley's call. Shiraishi is someone that has to be reckoned with in the middleweight division.
In the first fight of the heavyweight preliminaries, Vernon Owens of Tacoma, Washington, was scheduled to meet David Perry of Pine, Colorado. But due to illness, Perry was unable to compete, and Owens advanced to the semifinal round.
Again, Vernon will move on by Vernon.
Kuwachewski has a great background. 6 times a Polish champion in full contact competition, a high placer in European competition. The only difference, he has not fought with grabbing and throwing.
He immediately shows a technique of punching and going straight forward. He is susceptible. Sabaki technique to the side would be very effective on him.
NG without the sash in his first Sabaki tournament. Kuwachewski looks much the pressure here. But can NG pull it out? We've seen matches won in the final seconds. Knee in the body, and then a grab of the leg by Kuwachewski, scoring both times, but not a clean takedown. Well, let's see. 3 judges say yes. Kuwachewski's family, for economic reasons, left
That should be at least a point for turning away.
And turning away, it is a point. 1 judge says 3 points, 2 judges say 3 points. They give him 1 point. 22 seconds to go. Now a 2-point lead. Time is out. The winner in overtime on a 2-0 score from Krakow, Poland. Connect this remarkable speed, quickness, agility, lift from the mat for jump spin kicks for a man who is 230 pounds. And there you see him right away coming up with the left kick. Brown said, I'm going to bull him. I'm going to stay in close. He likes to fight at a distance. I'm going to try to smother those techniques inside and stay close. Other than that, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'll tell you what, if I was fighting Connect this, I'd feel the same way.
Nice knee block. The back spin kick looked effective, or back driving kick looked effective, but a nice knee block by Brown.
Connect is punishing the left leg with a right round kick. Takes one on his left leg.
I saw Brown training earlier this morning. He was doing low kicks in great fashion.
Jump spinning back kick. That did big damage last year, and now the round kick into the gut. Connectus jumps and puts a foot right in the stomach of Brown. Ready to go. 2-minute overtime period. No score. Fighters tied. Brown has absorbed some great jump spinning techniques, some tough shots to the chest, and he's still there fighting, and he doesn't look slowed. Oh, and he hurt his foot. kicking the inside the leg, and that right round kick decks him. 1 point, 3 points, 3 points, no points. This is going to be at least a point awarded here.
3 points.
3 points for the knockdown.
Connectus with that front snap kick directly to the upper chest, almost to the chin region, driving Brown to the ground for a clear 3-point score. Those low kicks are definitely taking the toll on Brown.
Axe kick, spectacular technique. Came right down on the eye of Fritz Brown. 16 seconds to go. Connectus ahead 3-0. Brown has to hurry. He needs a miracle. Both men land to the body. 6 seconds. Connectus is not quitting. He's not resting with his lead, and he wins it. 3-0 in overtime. Your defending champion, Brian Connectus. Askins in the blue with the red sash. It's Yokio Nakagawa. Askins tries to take advantage. Both men go up. Askins lands hard across the nose of Nakagawa with his right leg.
Simultaneous kicks have both scored, both spinning backwards.
Tell you what, Askins impressive right off the bat. I think he hurt Nakagawa. Looks like there's a scrape or blood on the face of Yoshio Nakagawa in the white with the red sash. Both men grab. Nakagawa uses those knee kicks awfully well. It worked against smaller opponents. We'll see how he does against the big guys. He's giving up 15 pounds and an inch of height here. Nakagawa, a finalist. There's a middleweight measure sweep. Control punch. Quick technique. Nakagawa stunning. Does he get one? Does he get three? Lifting that left round kick to the face of Nakagawa. He may think he can do that hard next time. He was just put up jabbing, pawing with it. Askins swept. Right round kick behind the left leg of Askins.
Nakagawa with a very pretty technique, sweeping out the back foot. Once again, we saw that before with a low roundhouse kick, hooking your ankle back and taking out the bottom or supporting leg.
1 point again. A 2-0 lead for Nakagawa. 4 seconds to go. It looks like Nakagawa will advance into the semifinals. There's the siren. 2-0. Yoshio Nakagawa from Tokyo, Japan, living here in Denver, Colorado.
In the first lightweight semifinal, Mike Wilson faced Ronald Lusberg. Both fighters weighed in at 154 pounds.
Underway in the semifinal match. First semifinal match. Lightweight division.
How about different situation with rounds now as we move to the semifinals? Two-minute rounds.
There's no overtime. There's simply two 2-minute rounds.
Must do his sweep immediately upon grabbing his opponent. He cannot hold his leg.
Judge is stopping that, blowing the whistle, having encircled the leg. It's not a warning, however, you cannot score points when you use that technique.
Lusberg is back to you there, takes a low kick from Wilson. And just winning a match can improve your confidence. Wilson has now learned what the Sabaki is all about. He had never been in contact before. And Lusberg is offering further initiation. Ooh, Wilson takes it and gives. Again, the round kick to the thigh. Lusberg landing strongly to the body, and Wilson having a problem, calls timeout. He may have broken a finger. The doctor says, no, you cannot go on in this situation. And that is wise. Tell you what, they were giving as good as they could get, but Ron Lusberg, it has been a long quest of 5 years. Hockey as Seiji Inomata steps onto the mat, 24 years of age, 139 pounds, into his semifinal match. He will face the very tough and streetwise Rafael Linares. Ooh, right hand just misses the chin and comes down into the chest. jumping up. The little Inomata, giving away 5 inches, jumps onto the neck of Linares.
When you're in trouble, all measures are acceptable within the rules, and jumping is not covered, so he tried it.
The jump spinning headlock, a new one in Sabaki fighting. Resourceful Inomata steps away from that round kick. He's picking it up a little sooner now.
Very good read.
Takes a leg kick, takes a punch to the chest. Linares scoring more often now. Inomata trying to figure out the taller man with superior reach and good quickness. Linares.
Inomata cannot stand to exchange punches very long. It won't work to his advantage.
Ooh, that right hand might have caught some face. Ooh, watching the head, he takes a spin kick to the stomach, does Inomata.
Same technique as in the first round. The back kick direct and followed up immediately with a low kick. A very effective technique for Linares.
Both men go legs and then body. There's a knee kick to the head.
Indeed, and the knee kicks are being very effective. His roundhouse kicks turn to be a liability. I'd stick with the knee kicks.
And you can see the street technique where the knee is so valuable. Linares, a master of that street knee kicking technique. 1 second, siren.
Seiji Inomata was awarded the victory on a 3-1 judge's decision.
Asayama will meet an impressive winner in the first round, John Arnold Jr., the homicide detective from Essex County in New Jersey. Asayama with the red sash. Men cautious to start out with. Arnold, not a particularly aggressive fighter when we've seen him before anyway, very careful. Asayama looks stronger this year in competition. He is a strong fighter. He hasn't always had power in his techniques.
First of 2 round. No score, no penalties.
Ooh, that right hand nearly on the chin of Asayama. John Arnold, his father took him at age 8 to learn martial arts. He had only older sisters, and there was no one around to protect him if the kids in the neighborhood got tough. Right hand by Arnold lands. And his father thought, you better know how to defend yourself. Your sisters aren't going to be much use. Asayama chasing, but not landing. Now decides he'd rather have Arnold come to him. Arnold landing a round kick across the chest. Now a 1-2 to the chest by Arnold. Landing cleanly, takes a straight arm, a football straight arm to the jaw from Asayama, pushing him off. Sweep. Both men go down. Not clean. It might have been a little bit slow in execution anyway. Last year, Asayama met Yoshio Nakagawa, now fighting as a heavyweight in the semifinals, was doing well. Ooh, right hand from Arnold when Nakagawa won on a walkover because Asayama's back injury reoccurred from an earlier match. Ooh, right hand just below the jaw by Arnold. Oh, and that time the left hand stops Asayama coming in well. Arnold's boxing techniques gaining attention here.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining.
53 seconds now. No score, no penalties. It'll go to a judge's decision. Both men have to get busy. And if you saw the last decision, you may not want to leave it to a judge's decision. No telling how the judges will vote on pure Sabaki technique. Left hand to the body by Arnold, right leg up, but not a clean technique at all.
When you encircle the leg, even though it looked like a really fancy technique, when you encircle the leg before the sweep in the Sabaki challenge, that technique is not awarded with points.
And the votes are a draw. We're waiting for the tiebreaker. It used to be the breaking of the boards came before the match, Randy Randall.
1992, a different format. The boards are used only to determine a draw, where both fighters had, in the opinion of the judges, there's no points, there's no penalties. We go to the judges, they draw, they say the fight was even. Let's not let the judges decide who's better. Let's see which fighter has a little bit left to go and try and attempt to break 10 boards or more.
Oh, 8 boards right off the bat, and he's hurt his hand. He's in pain, rolling on the mat. Here comes Arnold. He's going to use the elbow. Ooh, he might have gotten 9.
Having dislocated his shoulder on the first break, Asayama, unaided, replaced the shoulder in its socket. Meanwhile, Arnold had tied Asayama's 8-board break, but now, unbelievably, Asayama was determined to break a second time.
Can you focus through the pain? This is the ultimate question.
Absolutely, he certainly has to. This is a challenge for him, a big challenge.
Tremendous pain again. Asayama on the mat. And again, medical help right away. Another 8-board break for Arnold would do it. He would enter the finals. He might have got it all.
In the second round of breaking, Asayama and Arnold tied again with 7 boards each. Again, Asayama had dislocated his shoulder, and again he insisted on continuing. This time, however, the doctor intervened and stopped him. John Arnold was declared the winner. In the second middleweight semifinal, Naohiro Tomiyama met Nobuhiro Shiraishi. Both men from Fukushima, Japan, and both coming off tough first-round matches.
First round set to begin. Tomiyama with the sash. Both men studying each other carefully. Then they explode in action, and a left kick up by Tomiyama is a good one. Blocks that high kick, Tomiyama does. Digs the body, and both men roll on the mat. They go at it again. 1:21 left in the first period. Both men studying, each man wants to counter. They explode together. It's Tomiyama landing to the body and close. Kick high, partially blocked by Tomiyama. Problem is, we have 2 fighters looking to counter the other one's moves. No one taking the lead. It doesn't make for a perfect match. Ooh, a kick to the head.
Here it is. He snuck behind him, pulled him down, and a back kick.
No warriors.
Shiraishi on the attack now. That kick to the head seems to have gotten him riled. Both men tumble to the mat. Good low kick that time. Shiraishi scoring with the legs. Both men again feinting. Again the low kick from Shiraishi. 1 minute to go. Round 2, final round. Middleweight competition. No points, no penalties. It'll go to the judges unless something changes in the final 50 seconds. Shiraishi more aggressive. Tomiyama wants to counter. They tumble to the mat. 3 judges, 4 judges, all vote draw. Elbow.
Tomiyama chooses the elbow strike.
Focuses beautifully and gets 8 boards. He's here only for the Sabaki Challenge, training here 7 months. Karate is why he's in America. Ooh,
Looks like 6 boards.
Tomiyama in the finals against John Arnold.
Naohiro Tomiyama.
Vernon Owens from Tacoma, Washington, a career Army officer. And there is Thomas Kuhajewski. We'll see if Kuhajewski can bull the small but strong Owens, and we'll see if Owens can put on 20 pounds and have the same power in the heavyweight division he had as a devastating middleweight and a great champion.
Kuhajewski's changed his format, his style for fighting Owens. He's not bowling ahead like in the previous match.
He's a little more careful, and he's backing up. And he isn't starting out with the low kicks. There's, in fact, an axe kick. Maybe it was a front kick, I'm not sure, but it came up high over Owens' head. Both men studying. And now the straight arm to the chest pushes Owens back. You can see Kuhajewski, with the size and the leverage, has the weight advantage. 36 seconds to go. Owens trying to win the heavyweight title. Nice kick to the head. He's got a score, though. 30 seconds to go. Kuhajewski on a sweep is in control. Clock is running with 25 seconds. Dave Fisher says fight, 20 seconds.
20 seconds remaining.
Kuwajewski perhaps pulling the upset, 15 seconds. Kicking high, Owens has to get under there and sweep. He can't do it. Kuwajewski, 5 inches taller, dominating, 8 seconds. They're off the end of the mat. Will they even start fighting before the siren? 2 seconds, 1 second, an upset. Going to the finals from Krakow, Poland and Windsor, Canada, Tomasz Kuwajewski.
Michael, what impressed me most about Kuwajewski is the way he changed his strategy. He changed totally from his preliminary round against NG. He had studied the tapes of Owens, knew he was a counter practitioner, and did not attack in nearly the same fashion as he did in round 1.
Is Brian Konechtis, the defending heavyweight champion, an impressive winner over last year's semifinalist. There is Yoshio Nakagawa, impressive with a cut jaw. Brian Konechtis is one of the all-time impressive fighters ever in the Sabaki Challenge, but we've had an upset already in the heavyweight division. Nakagawa showing respect for the power, trying to use the length on his legs. He's as tall as Konechtis, and he's shoved backwards with a kick. 1, 2, 3, 4 judges say yes. 1 point.
1 point red.
Was not rewarded as 3 points for a knockdown with a punch or kick, I think, because it was as much a slipping action as the kick itself.
It wasn't a dominating technique, merely a strong technique that sought the opponent, that made the opponent touch the mat. Ooh, strong body punches against the slim Nakagawa.
He can't take many of those and survive this particular
Giving
match.
away 45 pounds, that's an excellent point. Nakagawa felt he'd be better against the bigger guys, but he is no quicker than Brian Konechtis at 230 pounds, a marvel of coordination. Ooh, Konechtis with the right round kick punishing the front leg of Nakagawa.
That was a severe low kick, and Nakagawa winced.
Oh, and now the spin kicks. It's Konechtis, the bigger man, showing the agility. He is remarkable. He's like a gymnast out there.
Indeed, he takes ballet lessons, and you can see how well coordinated and quick he is, even though he's 230 pounds, 6 feet 3 inches tall.
Nakagawa trying to figure this man out. Konechtis, all business. Said he'd be busier this year, but he's showing a lot of patience right here. Left hand inside, punishes Nakagawa to the chest, and Nakagawa caught the leg, but really couldn't do anything effective with it.
Very nice technique, but not quick enough to score points. Nice technique, too late though.
16 seconds to go in the first round. Unless there's a knockout, we'll have round 2. Neither man with 6 points. It's 1-0. Konechtis with the lead. Both men studying each other, and there's the siren.
Brian Konechtis in the red. We're underway in this last 2-minute round.
Nakagawa's undergone weight training, and he does look stronger than he did as a middleweight. But he's knocking out strength. Brian Konechtis, perhaps the most impressive heavyweight ever to appear in a Sabaki Challenge. Konechtis leading 1-0, 1:42 to fight in this one. Nakagawa has to figure out a way to score.
Konechtis trying to set up that back spin kick when he takes his left foot. Fights southpaw, takes his left foot up. He comes back quickly with a back spin kick.
He does switch left and right. And Nakagawa blocked that one, and yet still staggered a little backwards. Just from the wind on that technique.
I can do a back kick too.
Nakagawa has to come up with something. Konechtis calmly in control.
He's telegraphing that low kick.
And he's looking for angles, Konechtis now. Ooh, knee to the body. Now he decides that perhaps punishment will be the answer. Konechtis said he'd be more aggressive, but he also said he would like to fight outside, and he's doing that even with the slim Nakagawa.
1 point can be scored.
Ooh,
Nice technique.
and Konechtis was charged. Konechtis is hurt. Grabbing with the left hand, a right round kick to the head of Konechtis. A stunning technique. Could we have another upset in the heavyweight division?
Great spinning technique, 3 points.
45 seconds, the match has turned. Now it's Connectus. Championship on the line, and he is stunned. He doesn't look as sure on his feet.
He's in trouble. He wants to get back. He knows he's in trouble. He's strong.
Left kick up with strength. Not a pure technique, but he's strong enough to shake Nakagawa. Oh! Connectus dumps him off the end of the mat.
Nakagawa is down. He landed on a concrete floor with no padding. The audience half caught him.
I hope he can get up.
The back kick did not work. Nakagawa trying the same technique that earned him the point. Grabs with a nice technique, holding the shoulder with one arm. Connectus this time blocked part of it, picked up Yoshikawa and threw him off. And in my opinion, that was intentional. Nakagawa back on the mat.
Oh, what a recovery. He went flying off the mat, and the significance of the penalty point is for Connectus to even pull even in this match. He cannot do it unless there's a penalty by Nakagawa now. If he should come up with 2 points in techniques in the final 20 seconds, if they're tied at 3, Nakagawa has the tiebreaker with the penalty point. 14 seconds, Connectus. Time running out. Second and final round, heavyweight semifinal. Connectus has to let something go. That one is short, 4 seconds. What an upset. Nakagawa, the siren. Nakagawa over Connectus 3-1. Who could have foretold this?
Incredible upset. Wonderful technique by Nakagawa. He wins it 3-1. A tremendous upset in the heavyweight division of the 92 Sabaki Challenge.
Holy mac, what a fight. Nakagawa seemingly out of the fight, puzzled, unable to do anything with the great athlete. All right, there it is. The grab. Now, spinning Connectus, he doesn't see it. It's the right round kick to the head, and Nakagawa celebrates the victory over a giant, a talented giant.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 1978, a man came to Denver, Colorado with a dream, with a vision of bringing authentic fighting karate to the United States. What you are witnessing here tonight is the culmination of 14 years of doryoku, of effort. I am honored to present to you the tournament director for the 92 Sabaki Challenge, the winner of the All Japan Open in 1978, the master of Enshin Karate, Shihan Ninomiya. Assisting Shihan in a demonstration with the Bo Sensei Don Doubleday.
In a spectacular display of precision and power, Shihan Ninomiya completed his demonstration by performing 2 very different breaking techniques. With the first, he broke a watermelon using his fingertips. Then he shattered 5 80-pound bars of ice.
Decision. He's got plenty of life left in him after a decision over Rafael Linares. I talked to two judges who said spirit was why Inamata got their vote. They felt the techniques were close. Linares showed frustration under pressure at one point, poor sportsmanship, shoving his man out of the way, and there is Ron Loosberg, a long quest. Since 1988, he has tried to reach the finals of the Sabaki Challenge. Twice he's been a semi-finalist, twice more injured in training for the tournament. Now, a chance for the first time to win the title. He'll face Seiji Loosberg with the red sash. A female operator from rural Sterling, Colorado, physically very tough. Ronald Loosberg will have 4 inches and 15 pounds weight advantage. There will be no board breaking to follow this one. 3 2-minute rounds. If it's still tied, the judges will decide. They will not vote a draw. Loosberg bringing the knees up well inside against the smaller man. Nice left round kick found Loosberg's stomach, and now he takes a deep breath. Loosberg attacks the chest of the smaller man. Loosberg trying to find a way to use his size and strength. Inamata working in close well that time, and his spirit is unflagging, and that's what got him the decision over Rafael Linares. One judge I talked to, Brett Laser, felt that Linares had gotten the better of the action inside, and his vote had gone to Linares. So that was a split call, but Seiji Inamata in the finals in his first attempt anyway. They go at it. The corner of the mat, and now they're over the line at the edge. 8 seconds to go in round 2. Close in action, not much to separate these two. And there's the siren now to stop round 2. 1 2-minute round to go to crown a champion in the lightweight division. All right, final round. 2 minutes of fighting. Loosberg and Inamata. Ironically, the Japanese fighter in his first ever full contact competition in any type of tournament. He has held his own. He's come a long way. He's in the finals against the experienced Ron Loosberg. Left pick up by Loosberg. Punches down and low, and now knees low. Now Inamata, his left hand free and punching. Loosberg, the busier fighter, perhaps the more effective fighter, inside again. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's going to go to the judges. The lightweight final will be decided in moments by the judges. Points are even, penalties, neither man has won. And the judges' vote must be a winner. 1, 2, 3 red, 1 white. Loosberg, 5 years in the making. He's got his dream. He is the Sabaki lightweight champion, Ron Loosberg.
I agree with the decision of the judges. I think Loosberg took it to Inamata much more effectively. Inamata came back in stretches, drew out the rounds. However, Loosberg definitely the more powerful fighter, a little bit better technique. Close-up infighting, a knee kick that connects, another knee kick. Trying not to hold with 2 hands as he's been warned before is Loosberg. Now the exchange of punch after punch, low kick for low kick again, an exchange of brutal proportion. Neither fighter letting go until Don AA, the referee, breaks up.
All right, you're looking at the middleweight champion. That's right, John Arnold Jr., a leg injury. With all the board breaking and all the fighting, of even match with Shingo Asayama. Both men punished Asayama, retired with a dislocated shoulder. Arnold cannot come out and fight because he has hurt his leg. And Tomiyama, Naohiro Tomiyama from Fukushima, Japan, is the new middleweight champion at the 1992 Sabaki Challenge. All right, you're looking at the heavyweights. It's the upset heavyweight final. The upset of all time. Two of the greatest fighters in the history of Sabaki have been upset in the heavyweight semifinals. That man, Tomas Kuwajewski, beat Vernon Owens, handing him his first defeats ever in Sabaki competition. And Yoshio Nakagawa, seemingly on the losing end of punishment, took a moment of concentration away from Biokinetis, yanked on his gi, flattened him with a right round kick.
Jeffsky from Krakow, Poland, now fighting out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Tomas Kuwajewski. And there is Yoshio Nakagawa facing him. Nakagawa, the controversial move, going up from middleweight to heavyweight, where he will give away so many pounds. In fact, in this fight, he will give away 39 pounds, although he'll have a 3-inch height advantage against Kuwajewski, the very experienced fighter from Poland. Kuwajewski comes out this time attacking. Very different than the style against Vernon Owens in the upset in the semifinals. Well, under a minute to go in the first of 3 2-minute rounds. Both men study each other. Kuwajewski now perhaps would rather counter, but Nakagawa, not the aggressor, spin kick to the stomach of Kuwajewski.
Partially blocked, got through just a little bit.
That's the middleweight speed and the new heavyweight Nakagawa. Kuwajewski coming straight ahead, landing hard to the stomach. Nakagawa did a lot of weight training. He is awfully strong. He is taking the punches of heavyweights 40 pounds heavier.
10 seconds remaining.
End of round 1 coming. Nice sweep. Is it in time with 4 seconds on the clock? 3 judges say 1 point, 1 judge says 3 points. And it's a 1-point sweep. Kuwajewski ends the first period on top with a sweeping technique. Ready for round 2, heavyweight division final. Yoshio Nakagawa on the right is already beaten. 3-1 on points. The defending champion Brian Connectus.
You'll remember he's 1 point down against Connectus, came back and won.
That's right. Spinning kick. Nakagawa may not get up on this one. 2, 3. He's got till 5, 4. He is up. Can he fight? No, I don't believe he can. He's staggering. Don Doubleday's going to give him a chance. His eyes are... He's got one eye half closed in pain. He is on stiff legs. I don't believe he can continue if they ask the doctor.
Nakagawa with the front snap kick, trying to block that, drops his guard. Kuwajewski over top of the shoulder, hooks in with an extraordinarily quick back spinning hook kick.
The points are 3 points all the way around. It is now a 4-0 lead for Kuwajewski.
Nakagawa better keep his guard up. Kuwajewski will come after him.
Nakagawa's legs are stiff. We'll see what bounce he's got. He looks okay as he bounces back out of range of that one. Quick recovery. Low kick by Kuwajewski, testing the legs of Nakagawa.
The previously tested legs of Nakagawa. He's holding up well.
Kuwajewski now backing up. He's in control. Minute 14 to go. A lot of time left. Oh, Nakagawa punishes front leg. Gets an emotional reaction from Kuwajewski. Nakagawa is back in this fight. Nakagawa gimpy on that right leg. That back leg looks weak. Is it a trap, or is he really damaged on that back leg?
I have a feeling he's damaged. He's very tender on the front leg, too. But
and
what
he'll
spirit?
be more tender after those kicks by Kuwajewski. Punches to the stomach by Nakagawa.
1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this final.
1:33 to go. Nakagawa needs a miracle like the fight against Connectus, but he is much farther behind. There's the axe kick. Impressive from a long-legged opponent, but he does not land. That could work well for him. It's a powerful kick. Oh, over the top of the head. That one barely grazed. The heavyweight final. Jump spinning kick by Nakagawa. Give him credit for spirit, but give the heavyweight title to the Polish native whose family moved to Italy for economic gain, and then to Canada. A new heavyweight champion, Tomasz Kuchajewski. The winner 4-0 on points, Kuchajewski. And he is a great heavyweight champion. He has beaten some of the best.
Kuchajewski setting up that roundhouse kick, quick spin for a 225. Big man caught the jaw of Nakagawa, sent him to the ground for a 3-point knockdown.
Sabaki. 3 fights, 3 different opponents in one night. To concentrate, to control the pain and marshal the effort takes an extraordinary measure of spirit. A Sabaki challenge fighter is not made in one night, but over years. His real challenge is a slow, painstaking process of nurturing a dream, of shaping it into a human form that becomes hardened to impact, flame-like in its quickness, unrelenting in its attack. The Sabaki challenge is a celebration of that spirit which takes us beyond the limits of our minds and bodies. We dedicate this production to those fighters who have shared with us their training and spirit. For these men, whether they win or lose, the Sabaki challenge is a moment of recognition in a journey on a lonely path. Even in defeat, the Sabaki fighter has taken another step along the way. He has crested a hill and on the path ahead sees more peaks, more challenges to come. This is the way of Karate-Do. This is the spirit of the Sabaki challenge.